Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is Johnny Mae's Mess, and I'm here with the mess, literally. Today, I'm going to be talking about the massacre. That's what it needs to be called. Monday Massacre that happened last night. If you guys were not privy to what was going on, just if you can go back and just watch some of the videos, it was crazy. It was absolutely bananas. Anywho, let's get it started off with at the beginning of the day. Where early in the day, someone had posted Pastor Jay Wilson's home address. Now, I'm at work at this time. I'm like, they don't put his address up. Let me Google. So, not doxing, because I just really wanted to see the home. I wanted to see this massive, beautiful home that he always talks about. So, when I put in the address, and I'm looking, and it's saying the San Antonio Mass Choir headquarters, I was like, what? Okay. Oh, I knew that wasn't right. I didn't see his government name, because I do know what his government name is. I didn't see his government name anywhere, so I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong address. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe the wrong address was put out. People be putting out there, their own false little lies and all of that. So I ain't think too much about it. Went on about my day. Came home from work, getting settled in, cooking, all the regular everyday duties. And by the time the sun went down, honey, when they say the freaks come out at night, honey, they came out in full force, honey. Full force. Now, normally, I can stroll through these YouTube streets. See what's going on over here. What you talking about over here? What you talking about over there? What you talking about over there? Oh, no, honey. Last night I had to put on the skates. And I was jumping over body parts, trying to bandage people up. Are you okay? Do I need to call the ambulance? All of that. All of that was happening last night. Everybody was live. Sean was live. Tracy was live. Fire was live. Jay Wilson was live. It was like even Duchess Kelly Love, honey, had to go live. It was a complete shit show last night. When I tell you, and I was here for the shits. Anywho, now I love Uncle Timothy Blaine. I love him. Hey, YouTube. I love that. That tickles me every time he says it. But I took off my skates. Well, I didn't take off my skates. I took a rest because he made a video, of course, because he can't stand Jay Wilson. He just cannot stand him. And I kind of can feel him on that, because I can feel him on that. But anywho, he made a video about Jay Wilson and the fact that, he found out the same information, like the house was saying that it was the San Antonio Mass Choir headquarters. And he just really went into the fact that Jay Wilson is hoity-toity at its best. Hoity-toity at its best. Oh, I have this beautiful home, and I have these wonderful degrees, and oh my God, my life is just here, and I can go to the church and make a nasty old piece of coin, and all of that. Oh, let me look down at the peasants that live in apartments that get government help, and oh, I'm just so above it all. And what Uncle Tim was basically saying is, no, you're not above it all. You're really not. Because who owns the home? You want to talk about this house? This is my house and this right here, and I can do this, and no. But who owns the home? Point blank and period. So Uncle Tim did his commentary, got off. Well, then Babe. Now, she had been live I don't know, because I didn't really watch Fi Babes, her first live, the news. I didn't really watch that. I was really skating through these streets at that time, and I caught a little bit of it, but then I had to catch it and move on because she wasn't really talking about nothing that I wanted to hear about. So she comes with a video saying that, well, I looked it up, and it says that Jay Wilson is the last known resident. Okay. If you know anything about apartments, homes, that I live in, I have an apartment, I'm the last known resident. Duh. That's what, and Pastor Uncle Tim was saying the same thing. Okay, well, if you look up my apartment, I'm the last known resident. He's the last known resident, of course. So, Uncle Tim, I don't know where he got this information from, because I didn't even see this, is that the house was built in 2013 and last sold 2015. And like Uncle Tim is like, I don't want to know who the last resident was. What's the name on the deed? Who owns the home that you live in? Who owns it? Not who's the last resident. Who owns this bitch? Anywho, so Jay Wilson then comes back with a video, because now he had went live for 3 hours. 3 hours straight, y'all. Excuse me, I'm drinking coffee. He went live for 3 hours straight, talking about Joyce, talking about Tracy, talking about, addressing everything except what needs to be addressed. So then he came back and did another live to debunk Uncle Tim, because he can't stand him either. So what he said was that I seen this house being built in 2013. I moved into this house in 2013. I refinanced the house in 2015. It wasn't sold. I just refinanced it. And if you knew anything about home ownership, you would know that. And what Fi looked up, because now this is, and this is even a little bit of shade to Fi. Like I said, it's a little bit of shade to Fi, because these are his exact words. Jay Wilson says that Fi, being as though that she owns properties, so she says, and he says, so she says, she would know. Yeah, you just kind of put a little bit of shade in there, but kind of put some icing on it and keep it fun. Because if you my friend and I'm telling you, like, listen, I own these properties and this property and this property, and we riding together, it ain't no so she says. She owns properties, and so she would know. Not so she says, but we all have a little side on Miss Fi Babe. But anywho, so I just want to come to you guys with my theory on this whole house thing. Just a theory. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying that it ain't, but this is just my theory. I believe that he did move into the house in 2013. I think he did see that home being built from the ground up. When he moved into the house, it was in his name under his social security number. The things that, his loan was obtained under his social security number. I believe Tracy when she says it was going into foreclosure, because that's not going to be public record. If it's foreclosed on, that's public record. Not if it's going into foreclosure and you get it out of foreclosure, you're able to save it, then that's not going to be put in public records because it didn't get foreclosed on. It was just going into foreclosure. I think Jay Wilson's credit is, I'm not going to say now, but I believe it was probably shot to hell. And he qualified to get the home. Well, let me take it back. I ain't gonna say his credit was shot to hell. Let me take that back, because he didn't have a high credit score. Let me put it like that. His credit score was not high, and so when he got the loan, he had a high interest rate and a high payment that he couldn't handle. And it probably was going into foreclosure because he couldn't handle the payment. So what he did was he refinanced it under the choir's name. Now, that part is a little fuzzy because I don't know if he did like sort of like a short sale, and the short sale was to the choir, or he just refinanced the whole home under the choir's name and under their tax ID. When you have it, because they say this is a nonprofit organization, they're going to have a tax ID number. Just like we have socials, they're going to have businesses and nonprofit. They have tax ID numbers. And I think that if he's saying he refinanced, I'm going to go with his wording. He refinanced it under the choir's tax ID to get a better rate and a better payment. That's my theory on it. I believe that's exactly what he did. He still owns the home. Technically, it's still his home, but it's under San Antonio Mass Choir. Now, he talked about the choir has disbanded. I even went so far to look on YouTube to see if they had put any YouTube videos up. The earliest YouTube video that I could find for the San Antonio Mass Choir was 4 years ago. What was 4 years ago? 2015. So, there it is. I feel he just, to get a better rate, to get a better payment, a better mortgage payment, he refinanced it under the choir's name. Now, the thing about that is he getting that 501c3? Which means he wouldn't have to now that part I'm a little fuzzy on as well. I don't know if he wouldn't have to pay taxes, period, or it would be like a tax break or what have you. That part I'm not sure, but I know it's something to do with the taxes, and it's not going to be like the taxes that I would pay for a home under that 501c3, because I know my church is under 501c3. So, and that's the government's religious taxes, what have you. I don't know the verbiage for you. If I don't know what the verbiage is, I'm going to try to just explain it the best I can and keep it pushing. Anyway, but the thing about it, another thing about that is, if it is under that 501c3 and you're trying to operate a business, you can't do that. You can't operate a business under a 501. You can't do that. You're not out of that home. You're doing Airbnb. You can't do that. And I don't, like I said, I don't claim to be the smartest woman and to know everything, but I do know that if the IRS finds out about this, baby boy, it's and you know how these people are in this sector. If they are called CPS, you know good and damn well they'll call the I, the R to the S. So, you guys, wow. I'm just blown. I'm just taken aback by all of this, and I'm just gonna sit in the bushes and see what else comes out, yeah. I'm just gonna see what else comes out, honey. Last night gave me life, Jesus. Do Jesus. Tell it. Tell it, Jay Wilson. Tell it. Who owns the house? Tell it. Anywho, y'all, if you watch the video, thank you. If you would like to subscribe, please do. You can hit that like button. Maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not on here to be a big YouTuber. I just like I just like stating my opinions and talking about the things that are going on. But you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. And if anything else comes up that piques my interest, I'll be back with you. You have a good day. Bye-bye.